So that finishes up our Hong Kong startups. Now we're going to fly all the way back to San Francisco for the rest of our class. Let's do one more round of applause for the Hong Kong class, please. Perfect. All right, our next founder is empowering bar and restaurant owners around the world. Let's give it up for Max from Crowder.
Hello, everyone. So I'm Max. I'm the founder of Crowder. Ultimately, Crowder addresses two very large problems in the hospitality market, and in doing so, creates a world that merges our digital and physical lives seamlessly. So problem number one, bars and restaurants struggle to measure and control their performance, resulting in inefficient operations and reduced revenue opportunities. Believe me, I know. My family are restaurateurs, and often all you have to go on is point of sale data, which is like trying to understand how well an engine works just by looking at the smoke it produces. It's not enough to go on. At the same time, despite it being 2016, there's no way for you and I to know how busy somewhere is, whether or not we're going to get a seat, what the atmosphere is like, without going there first. Why? It's these key elements that ultimately affect our experience. That's where Crowder comes in. We use smart people counters and Wi-Fi monitoring to measure the real-time activity in a given location, and then use that data to help bars and restaurants perform better, while simultaneously providing consumers with real-time insight into those same locations. Phase one is to provide our Crowder dashboard. And this is what we give venue owners. It provides them all the insight they need to run a better shop. So customer count, customer preference data, competitive insight, point of sale information, everything they need to understand exactly what's going on in their venue. We even have things like a prediction engine that takes into account the weather and local traffic to help them get ahead of those unexpectedly quiet periods. Crucially, this is all highly consumer-grade UI. It's all independent from our app, so it's reliable, sustainable data, and it ensures reliable revenue from the very beginning. Phase two is our Crowder app. This is the consumer-facing app. This is what gives you and I that insight into that bar, how busy it is, what the atmosphere is like, even how loud it is. So now, if you're looking for a lively cocktail bar or trying to gauge whether or not you're going to get into that local Italian that's just opened up, you have that data available, and because of the hardware model that we have, you know that it's reliable. At the same time, we can start to leverage our core infrastructure to really start providing an intimate one-to-one experience between the business and consumer. So we not only link both communities with offers and real-time advertising, but we also leverage iBeacons. So now, if you're a user and you walk past the venue, you get a notification saying today's specials or a welcome offer, for instance. If you then go into that venue, the venue gets an ID saying, Amy's just walked in, and by the way, her favorite drink is a gin and tonic, ultimately warming up that initial interaction. How does it make money? It's very simple. We sell the hardware for $99 and $30 a month subscription for the Crowder dashboard. Again, independent of the app. Once we launch the app, we have £2 or $2 per head introduced. And the way we work that out is if you log onto the app and you click on the venue and then you walk into that same venue within 2 hours, we charge the venue $2 for facilitating that introduction. Okay, great. But do people really want the dashboard? Absolutely. We tasked ourselves with 50 venue signups and acquired this in just 3 weeks. These are well-branded London venues. We also have access to over 2,500 additional venues in letters of intent. To give an idea of the sort of opportunity that we're looking at here, if we acquired 1,000 business customers and introduced one person per venue per day, we'd make $3 million a year. There are over 2.5 relevant venues in the US and the EU alone. If we took 2% market share, still only introducing one person per venue per day, we'd make $86 million. Our research indicates we can expect to do at least 5 introductions per venue. If that's the case, we're looking at $264 million a year. And that's without even taking into account the opportunities for data sale, advertising revenue, or of course market diversification, retail, transport, for instance. You can quickly see how Crowder really does have the potential to be that billion-dollar company. In terms of the team, we have we have around 10 people with decades of experience across software and hardware. We're raising $750,000 to complete development, acquire our first 1,000 customers, and get us to a robust Series A valuation. I want to finish by saying that Crowder is not just an idea, it's the product of nearly a year's worth of testing, validating, development, We have a market crying out for disruption, a commercial model that offers sustainable revenue whilst maintaining that 100x potential, and a team more than capable of delivering it. Crowder will change hospitality, and it might just change a lot more in the process. I've got so much more I want to tell you. I'm over here. Come and talk to me. Let me show you why Crowder should be your next investment. Thank you very much.